Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to the Good Information Highway. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have two great topics for today's show, in which the first one is Meisha Ross Porter is the new school chancellor for the New York City Department of Education. And the second topic is, as much as uh, New York State Governor Cuomo did lots of great things for New York, he also did lots of wrong things too. Now, let's get right into the first topic. I don't know if it was this week or sometime last week that the uh, old school chancellor stepped down from office and the new school chancellor stepped in. But in my opinion, the new school chancellor, Meisha, is an excellent person for this position because she knows the school systems inside and out because she worked inside the school system. So she would be the perfect person for the job. Who else would be better for the job than for the person who actually worked within the school system? And she's got a lot of work ahead of her. I give her a lot of credit in the world, and I wish her the best of luck. Again, she's got a lot of work ahead of her, um, and to fix the broken educational uh, New York City school system. That's a lot of work, and since we're on this topic, one of the things that desperately needs to be done, and I said this on my show Equality and Rights for All just a little while ago that I hosted on Spreaker.com, in order for schools to properly reopen, for uh, students to return to uh, in-person learning, okay, all the students, all the teachers, all the staff, everybody has to be fully vaccinated, okay, from the COVID. And there's a lot of people out there that are still refusing to get vaccinated. There's a lot of parents out there that are still refusing to vaccinate their kids. And personally, this is just my belief. If I was the head of the New York City school system, I would say to the teachers, if you want to return to work teaching in the schools, you have to prove that you got fully vaccinated. And for those that the teachers that do not get fully vaccinated, they have to stay teaching virtually from home. Now, as far as for the kids to get fully vaccinated, basically it's the same thing because there's a lot of people out there, um, a lot of parents out there who say that they're not going to vaccinate their kids because it's against their religious beliefs. To me, that's idiotic. But these are the same people who years ago who refused to vaccinate to get the kids vaccinated from the flu, just from the flu alone, and the parents hid behind the Bible and said it's against our religious beliefs. To me, that's stupidity. But either which way, I would say if you don't get your kids vaccinated, they cannot return to school for in-person learning. They have to stay at home and have their schooling done virtually still. And even if these parents say, well, my child is anxious, he's got to get back to the in-person learning, F you. If you're not willing to pull your brains out of your ass and start to use the effing intelligence for once in your pathetic life and listen to the rules and regulations of you got to get your kids vaccinated first, fully, before they can return for in-person learning, okay, then they can, if you're not going to get your kids vaccinated, they can't come back to being in the schools. That's it, point blank. End of story. That's it. You only have two choices. Get your kids vaccinated, and then they can, fully, and then they can return back to learning in school. Or if you choose not, if you don't get your kids vaccinated, then they can't come back to, back to learning in school. They have to stay at home for the in-person learning. That's it. Two choices. That's all you got. And so, I mean, this is just common sense stuff, ladies and gentlemen, honestly. So now, I mean, and in addition to this, I mean, let's not forget the other issues that affect schools and stuff. Before this COVID thing happened, let's not forget what the guns being brought into schools, right? And the schools being shot up and all this other stuff. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed before schools can open properly. Honestly. So again, to Meisha Ross Porter, if you're listening in, congratulations. And I wish you all the best of luck. You've got a lot of work ahead of you, and it's not an easy job. So again, I wish you all the best of luck. Now let's get into the second topic of today's show. Even though New York State governor has done many, many great things to help New York, he got New York through Hurricane Sandy. He helped bring New York back from that. He helped New York get through COVID-19. Okay. He fought for equal rights. He fought for marriage equality. He's done so many great things. And even though he has done all these great things, on the other side of the coin, it's also important to admit to a lot of the wrong things that he's done, because none of us are angels in life. Nobody's a sweet angel. Nobody's perfect. He's done a lot of wrong things too. And just to name two off the top of my head, with a nursing home situation, which he admitted to, as one of the, I'm not saying he did it, I can't say he did anything illegal. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. As he has admitted himself, it was a wrongdoing or whatever. And I think that, let an investigation, an independent investigation, be looked into that. And again, I'm not an attorney. I can't say what's illegal or not illegal, whatever. So, but he did admit to that. And the other thing is the bail reform law. That's completely messed up. I understand why he did it. I understand his reasonings for it, but the way that he created it, the way that he did it, it was absolutely a disaster, and that needs to be fixed. It needs to be addressed. And so that's just two right off the top of my head. And um, with he's going to have to answer for these things. Now, with the bail reform law, like I said, it was a disaster. It has to be fixed. I understand why he did it. He did it because there is um, injustices in the criminal justice system, in the bail reform system. There's many inequalities. There's a lot of racial injustice within the criminal justice system and the bail reform system. And I understand that, but the way that he went about it was wrong because of the simple fact that he made a lot of criminals who got arrested, who committed major violence, you know, and when they got arrested, they were let right back out onto the street because of the messed up bail reform law. So, and I think it was about a year or so ago. I forgot exactly when there was a homeless man that pushed down an elderly woman and within one of the five boroughs of New York City, and she really got hurt or whatever, and they arrested the man that committed the crime, and then before you know it, before you twist and turn, he was let right back out onto the street. So again, this bail reform law has to be fixed, and so there's just no two ways about it. And And next year is the next New York State governor elections. And personally, this is my own personal opinion, with all the good that Governor Cuomo did for New York State, um, I think that he should not run for reelection. I think that he should turn around and say, you know what? Um, After all the good that I've done, I'm tired now and I just want to be with my family and then, move along. And then whoever wins the next governor election, may the best person win. That's my own personal opinion about it. And, you know, I'm not going to get into the sex scandal situation, that's being done now on Governor Cuomo. Uh, you know, because there's already an investigation being done into that, and we just got to wait to see what happens at the end of that investigation. And but just to me personally, as a person looking in from the outside, I feel that it's really odd that these three women that made these allegations waited so many years to come out to make these allegations. Okay, and they did it at a time when it's just about a year before the next governor elections. To me, that seems really odd. And I'm not calling anybody a liar. Simply wait to see what happens at the end of the investigations. That's it. Innocent until proven guilty in this country, right? And since we're on this topic, it also seems weird that, um, to me, that, while Trump was in office, you had like 12 or 15 women, I forgot the exact amount, but I know it was a lot, that made sexual allegations against Trump, and nothing really ever happened to Trump. He finished his term out, right? And then he left at the end of his term. Think about it. And those women who made those allegations against Trump were credible. And like I said, there was a lot of them. I forgot if it was 12 or 15. But now you have three women that made these allegations against Cuomo. And again, we just have to wait to see what happens at the end of the investigation. There's an independent investigation being done into this, so we got to wait to see what happens at the end. And personally, I would love to see that within the independent investigation. I'd love to see if these three women were paid to come forth. I'd love to know why they waited so many years to come forth. And so there's a lot of odd things about this case. So you know who made them come forth now. I mean, there's just a lot of odd things about this. So personally, I don't think that Cuomo did anything wrong or illegal. I mean, I don't think he did anything illegal. I don't think um, that he sexually harassed any of these women. I don't think that he did that. But again, I'm not an attorney, so we just have to wait to see what happens at the end of the investigation. So, I mean, that's just my personal opinion on the things. And as far as for the nursing home situation, again, innocent until proven guilty, to see if he committed any illegal actions. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't say if he committed any illegal actions. Um, so I don't know. So it, I know it was Governor Cuomo admitted to doing a wrong thing regarding the nursing home situation. He came out and he talked about it. And just because something's wrong doesn't necessarily mean that's illegal what he did. But I say personally that there should be, again, an independent investigation into that. Um, but he did admit to a lot of his wrongdoings about this. Excuse me 1 minute. And Um, so really, you know, we got it's innocent until proven guilty in this country, and um, so again, he admitted to a wrongdoing regarding the nursing home situation. So we just got to wait to see what happens with that. But either which way, like I said, for next year, for the next governor elections, personally, I don't think that he should run for reelection again. I think that he should tell people that, you know what, with all the good that I've done, with all the work that I've done, I just want to be with my family now, and I want to move along because I feel that um, next year, with whomever's going to be running uh, for New York State governor, um, the people that are running for that position, they're not going to look at all the good things that Governor Cuomo did. They're going to attack him on the bad things. So, in order to avoid that whole mess, really, I think that he should just. I mean, at least if I was in his shoes, I would not run for re-election next year. I would just say, you know what, I need to now spend time with my family and move along now. And um, it's basically like kind of like what Trump did. He completed his term and he didn't, and then he just left, at the end of his term. And so basically, even though there's no uh, um, limits to how many person can run for New York State governor, me personally, I would just not run for reelection next year if I was Cuomo. I would just be like, I would just want to spend time with my family now. I'm done. We did all this work and I'm tired and I just want to be with my family now and leave it on a good note. And then whoever wins next year's New York State governor election, may the best person win. And let's let's see what happens next year. Let's see who wins next year in the next New York State governor elections. So that's the way I would do it, you know. And so, anyways, I want to remind all my fans out there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That would be greatly appreciated. And um, don't forget to go to my website, which is my business. It's Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is awldny.com. You guys could check out all the pages on there. And so with that, take care, everybody. Bye.